Hi, I'm Gabriel and welcome to the development vlog for my game. Today I'm going to show you something slightly different. I decided to rework the graphic for my game, and so I built up this scene that you can see to test out what result I can achieve, and I was really happy with what came out. After this point I was using a simple custom shader. A shader is basically the mathematical function that describes how something looks like in the game. And this created two big problems for me. The first problem was that I was restricted to what I was able to do in the game. Our real engine has a lot of possibilities and I didn't have access to these possibilities due to the fact that I was using a custom simple shader. And the second big problem is that by using a simple graphic, I was expecting the asset for the game to be very simple to create, and so I didn't need a lot of time to create the asset for the game. And this turned out to not be true because I still need a lot of time to create a specific asset that fits this graphic for the game. And to create this asset I still needed a lot of time. So I decided to go for the full rendering of Unreal Engine 4. So I'm using everything that Unreal Engine 4 gives me. So that means specifically the lighting and the shadows that Unreal Engine has built in. This create actually two problems. The first problem is that I'm not going to be able to create the game directly for mobile, but I'm planning to create a specific version for mobile. And the second problem is that I have less space for errors. So by having a lot of details, that means that I have to create all these details, and if a details is poorly done, it's going to be shown way more in the game now compared to the simple version I was using up to this point. For this new workflow, the first thing I have to do is to create the high polygon version of the model, and that means a version of the model has a lot of polygons, and that means also a lot of details. After I complete that, I have to do the retopology of this mesh. That means I have to create a version that rather than having millions of polygons, it has hundreds of polygons, so that a game engine can use this version easily in the game. Here I was dividing the materials of the model. This allowed the next program I'm going to use, Substance Painter, to understand what part of the model are made out of stone and what part are made out of metal. This is Substance Painter, a program that allows to create procedural texture. That means, for instance, that if I want to put a dirt effect on the model, the program is going to automatically put dirt where the cavities are and leaving the flat areas clean. I think this is the point where I save the most time compared to the previous version of my workflow, because previously I have to hand paint everything. Instead, now everything is going to be created automatically and I have more space to test stuff and to have an artistic view of what I want to create, as I can change stuff more freely and easily. As soon as I was happy with the texture, I brought everything in real and I started building a scene with the asset I already had. You can see lights do make a big difference. For today is everything. If you want to support my work, remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you next week.